So let's talk about when to stop the game. The laws of the game from FIFA show that there are 7 reasons to stop play. All right, let's take them from the bottom actually. Halftime or the end of the game, that's when the clock runs out. Substitution. Now, so let's talk about substitution. Substitutions occur again somewhere in the middle of the first half, which is the water break, somewhere in the middle of the second half water break, halftime, and then during an injury. Okay, the water breaks should not occur. You shouldn't just blow the whistle and stop play and announce that there's a water break. Okay, what you should do is wait until there's otherwise a stoppage in play. So in other words, ball goes out of play, and if it's around halfway through the half, then you call the water break. All right. So you don't create a stoppage in play just for a water break. You use a stoppage that already occurs. Okay, again, working up from the bottom. Injury makes sense. Stop the play. You can stop it immediately if you want. That's maybe the best thing to do, particularly for younger kids. All right. Foul is committed. You're going to stop play and award a free kick to whoever was the victim of the foul. Okay. Then upwards again, goal is scored, play stops, they restart with a kickoff. Referee deems it necessary. That's a catch-all if you ever feel like you need to stop play for rain or dog runs onto the field, little brother or sister runs on the field, then you can stop play. And then the most common time play stops as ball goes out of play, usually across the touch line or across the goal line, in which case you have the restart being either a throw in the case of across the touch line, or a goal kick. Ball goes across the goal line, last touch by the attacking team, or corner kick, which is ball goes across the goal line, last touch by the defending team. Okay? Those are the reasons to stop play. There aren't any other reasons, but that's pretty inclusive, especially the referee deems it necessary reason. Remember that the lines on the field are part of the area that they define. So in other words, what that says is a ball on the line, whether it's the touch line or the goal line, is still in play. In other words, the ball has to pass entirely over the goal line or entirely over the touch line for it to be out of play. Doesn't matter where the player is, okay? Player can run from out of bounds as long as the ball is inbounds or on the line, the ball is still in play. And again, this is for the goal line or the touch line, all right? You probably should know this because this could very well be on the exam that you take later on. And this includes both on the line or the imaginary plane that extends upward from the line. So if it's in the air and it crosses the line entirely, then it's out of play. And if it's in the air and it's still on the line, or part of it's on the line, then it's still in play. I don't know. I think it's probably pretty difficult to judge a ball in the air, whether it's hugging the line or not. But in any event, that's the law. That's what the law of the game says. And this slide is to reiterate that it's the ball, it's not the player. So if the ball or any part of the ball is on the line, play continues. If the player goes out of bounds and comes back and plays the ball that's on the line, that's okay, as long as the ball or any part of the ball has stayed on the line. The ball is still in play. So let's talk about the when the referee deems it necessary category. And here we have a photo of a dog that's come onto the field to play, or a little brother that's come onto the field to play. That's kind of what they were getting at when they wrote this law. Okay? Outside influences that make it necessary to stop play. Another one that I could think of would be lightning storm that comes up, and you see lightning, and I would say immediately if you see lightning stop play, blow the whistle, and get out of there, take cover, okay? We don't want any lightning strikes, okay? Maybe not as big of an issue here in California, but nevertheless, if you ever see lightning or hear thunder, okay, get out of there, stop play. And this is within your jurisdiction when the referee deems it necessary. Let's talk about when is a goal scored, okay? Here we have a cross-section diagram of the goalpost and the net in back of it, okay? And the entirety of the ball has to go across the goal line, beneath the crossbar, and between the two goalposts, all right? And it doesn't matter which team is put it there. So your own team can score. That's called an own goal. That's a pretty big mistake, but still counts as a goal. Okay, so let's take it from the top here. As you can see in this diagram, there are 4 soccer balls, and only one of them is a goal, all right? The top one, all right, even though it's on the line, part of it's on the goal line, it's not a goal yet because it hasn't gone entirely across the goal line, okay? The second one from the top, same thing, okay? It's more than halfway across the goal line, but not entirely across the goal line, okay? So it's still not a goal. Now the third one from the top, that's a goal, okay? And why is that? Because the ball has passed entirely across the goal line, and it's between the two goalposts and beneath the crossbar. So that is a goal. It doesn't have to hit the net in the back. The net is only there to prevent the ball from rolling out somewhere in the back and away from the field of play. Okay, net has nothing to do with the goal. All right, it's the goalposts, the crossbar, and the goal line. So the third from the top is a goal. Can anyone see why the bottom ball here is not a goal? That's right. It's because it's not between the two crossbars, okay? Or yeah, between the two goalposts. All right, that ball is outside of the goalposts, even though it's entirely across the goal line. It's outside of the goalposts, so no goal, okay? Play is also stopped when a foul is committed. Now, we're going to learn about fouls in a little bit later module here, but we're just talking about when to stop play, okay? We talked about fair, fun, and safe, okay? Fouls address the unfair or unsafe, okay? Usually the unsafe because a lot of times there's contact. But you also have unfair, which is the offside rule, which we'll talk about later as well. Okay, and so what happens when a foul occurs? You as the center, you're going to blow your whistle because play is otherwise ongoing, and you want to get the attention of all the players and make sure that they stop. So you blow the whistle, you run up to the spot of the foul, and you point in the direction of the free kick. So if the red team fouls the blue team, okay, it's a foul on the red team, you run up to the spot of the foul and you point in the direction of the blue team. So if the blue team's going that way, you point that way, okay? Makes sense? And you make it distinctive, okay? You got to stand there, pose for a minute, and point with your arm kind of 45 degrees coming down from the top, all right? Point in the direction of the free kick, wherever the free kick is going to be taken from the spot of the foul, okay? So fouls are important. You will have fouls, and that's how you do it, okay?